2, the earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And then verse 3 says, then God said, let there be light, and there was light.
I titled my little message this morning, making something out of nothing.
Making something
out of nothing. From where we read, the Bible says in verse 2 that the earth was without form, that the earth was void, and that darkness covers the face of the earth. And I want to bring it down to my own language. And I am saying that the earth was shapeless. That the earth was in a shapeless form. The earth was without nothing. The earth was not in a good shape. And the Bible says in verse 3 that the Lord came and spoke a word. Let there be light, and there was what? And there was light. The day I was born, what I am today wasn't what I was the day I was born. Today, I am a university student. Was I the same the day I was born? And what I am today, is it going to be what I will be in the next 3, 4, 5 years? God made something from the earth out of nothing. From a shapeless world, from a world that was void, the Lord made out a beautiful art. He made out a beautiful world. In my life today, despite how I am this day, can I make out something beautiful in my life? If the answer is yes, what am I going to do? How am I going to carry it? What really am I going to take in life to make my life beautiful? The Bible says also in the book of Genesis that Adam fell asleep, and while he was asleep, God went down and took out his ribs and made out a beautiful woman. And when Adam woke up, he saw someone that was with him, and he said, wow, this is the bone of my bone and the flesh of my flesh. I shall call him what? Woman. Out of a little ribs of a man, that beautiful woman was what? Was made. Now the steps in life, what are the steps in life I am to carry to make my life beautiful? What are the categories I am to follow to make my life beautiful? Is it by appreciating what God has made me to be, or by saying no to the beauty that God has given to me? Is it by following the world in their standard, or by following God in His own standard and in His own principle? How really am I going to live my life? Do I see God as my maker, or do I see Him as something else? Out of nothing, out of void, out of shapelessness, the earth was made, and it is beautiful. Do you see yourself or your future on what you see yourself today. There was a minister from Redeemed Church, a minister somewhere one day in a wedding, and I was there, and he said if he's traveling to any place, he was using his state as an example to apply on state. And he's moving from a wedding that he doesn't see over. He doesn't see on my hair. That's what he sees is you, which is his face. Now they are studying something like geology as I am studying. Do I just see myself as that boy in the university, or do I see myself as a pastor? You are studying medicine. Are you just seeing yourself as that little girl in 100 or 200 level, or as a medical doctor in the future? Who do you see yourself to be? What you see yourself to be is what you will make out in your life at the end of the everything. There was a minister that people one day and he said, see beyond the crowd. For me, even as I'm a backup investor today, I am not still backup investor. And I also encourage you not to see backup investing, because if you continue to see backup investing, you will remain in backup investing. But see yourself beyond where you are at the moment. God saw something beautiful, and that is why He came to an earth that was God, that was shepherd, and He made it beautiful. And at the end of Genesis chapter 1 verses 31, and He said, and the whole thing which I have made is what? Is beautiful. At the end of your journey in Bangkok, will your stay in Bangkok be beautiful? At the end of your journey in this place, will the end be beautiful? It will actually be beautiful. It depends on what you are doing today. What you are doing today will determine if your end will be what? Will be beautiful. Sometimes we might be making mistakes in life and we may not know. But we are going to pray at this moment. God, if there have been areas or ways I have been making mistakes without knowing, help me to correct those mistakes so that I can make my stay here, my stay after here, my future, that I can make all things beautiful. There are so many people that go to universities and after they graduate, they still become problem in the family. You are going to pray and say, God, I am not going to be a problem or a burden to my family. The money they are spending on my head will not be in vain. It will not bring pain to them. Rather, let the money they are spending on my head bring joy and testimony in their life. That's going to be our prayer point. I think I've finished my work. Making nothing and making something out of nothing. You might be nothing today, but you can make something more beautiful and good in your life. Can we rise on our feet?